What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a breakdown, like literally a breakdown, of how to write a song like Sleep Token. But we're gonna make this a little bit more difficult than usual, or possibly easier. We're gonna write this song using the AI program ChatGPT. Now, I know that there's been a lot of thoughts of whether we should be using AI technology to guide us in writing songs and whatnot, and there's people that are leaning to one way and to another. I think that it's an okay tool as long as you aren't solely relying on it. It can definitely be an assist tool, and that's kind of how we're going to be using it today. So the first step of sounding like Sleep Token, I mean, what are we all really here for? We want to know how to get Vessel's vocal tone, right? So that's where we're going to be starting off. Let's ask ChatGPT exactly how we should go about that.
In order to achieve Sleep Token's Vessel vocal style, you need to apply peanut butter on the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, as funny as that may be, we're gonna do something a little different than that. We are going to take it into the world of Sleep Token, right? Because why would this happen any other way? There's no true simple way of taking somebody's voice. But if there was gonna be a way, and since Vessels sound so godlike, we would have to find a way of doing this outside of our realm. My friends, I believe a ritual is in order.
Vessel of Sleep Token serves the deity of sleep. But that begs to question, who, in turn, serves Vessel? I will be your humble servant. I will accept this offering.
Yeah, well, I guess that worked. The next thing that we want to do is have some sort of intro lead that starts off, almost in like a cinematic, mysterious way, right? So I have an idea for the pattern of what that is, but how should we affect it to make it sound like Sleep Token? And we're gonna ask ChatGPT that right now.
When creating an intro for a Sleep Token song in F-sharp minor, you might consider using atmospheric and ambient elements to set the mood. Soft synthesizer pads, gentle guitar arpeggios, or distant ethereal sounds could work well.
All right, well, it said a lot of things about delays, reverb, flangers, modulations, all that good stuff. So let's apply that to this lead. So right now on this lead, I am using Nexus. As you guys have seen in the past, I'm a big Nexus fan. I know it's kind of old school and everyone has Serum and all that, but I go for what works for me. I'll show you the melody that I came up with. That's extremely simple sounding, right? Like we know, but a lot of Sleep Token songs, like they don't have really complicated melodies. It's really simple. It's just the way that they're affected. And what I'm gonna be using to do these effects, it's from TuneTrack, it's called Easy Mix. A lot of people talk a lot of junk about this plugin. I will tell you, for things like this, it is absolutely flawless because they have this this pack called the Cinematic FX pack. And inside here, you can just go through and pick random things and they're all gonna sound good. Let's play that lead one more time. Now let's start adding some effects on here. Also, that's not the one, that's not it. But it's adding all the things that it needed to have, right? It's adding the delay, it's adding the reverb and the modulation. Now I'm gonna show you guys, this is the one I settled on right here, this guy. Yeah, that's like exactly in the realm of what Sleep Token does. If I was gonna play a couple of Sleep Token intros, I don't want the video to get flagged or whatever, but I think they're gonna flag me for a couple seconds. I guess we're gonna find out. Today's the day. Today's the day we're gonna see. Yep, I think we're somewhere in that realm right now. Right, and that's just for starters. Now that we got the lead taken care of, let's start adding some things to make this a little bit more cinematic. The first thing I want to do is add a pad for some anticipation here. Not only am I going to add one pad, I'm going to add a couple, but you'll see how it makes it start to build. Just like that, we now have a feeling of tension and mystery. And that is a big part of what's happening with this Sleep Token track here. Anything that gets your heart racing, and I'm gonna start adding some other effects from the JST Chaos series. You're gonna hear that and see what we turn that into, but I'm gonna do that a little bit later on. It's gonna be really interesting. So what's the next step that we're gonna do? We could basically do whatever we want, honestly. We're really enthralled with the way that Sleep Token does their lyrics and their melodies. So we're gonna ask for some lyrics for ChatGPT to come up with. And I'm gonna add a couple of extra things to this prompt. I want something, because we just did a video about an impulse response in a cave. I wanted to mention something about a cave and the ocean or like something like that. So let's see what it comes up with. One of these lines from ChatGPT really sticks out. ChatGPT is killing it. I know a lot of y'all ain't writing lyrics like this. These are fire. Now, this line, I'm gonna sing it right in my lab mic, but beneath the starlit sky, I'm drawn away. The waves crashing, a symphony at play. You gotta give it all that theatrical thing with a touch of the British accent to really pull it in, really get that vessel feeling. But that feels like a verse to me. Solid sky, fire away. Doesn't fit there with the melody that's going on in my head. So what I'm gonna do is make a new part for that. So this part's gonna be the intro. Next part's gonna be a verse. That's what we're gonna do. Because yeah, Sleep Token will do random things, like it'll just jump around. I don't think they write their songs from beginning to end. I feel like they just come up with a piece of something and then they start arranging it afterwards. So I'm gonna do a verse now. It's gonna be a jazz piano verse. And let's see, I wrote these chords down because I wanna do something. We're in F right now, F sharp. Yeah, because that's what they play in. We're in F sharp, so we're gonna do F sharp minor, then B minor, C sharp minor, and then an F sharp with a sustain 4. I love how this progression sounds. Let me actually play what that sounds like really quickly for you guys. And that sounds pretty solid, right? I actually am gonna ask ChatGPT how I could spice this up to be even better. What would I do to take these same chords and see if ChatGPT can make something that sounds a bit more like Sleep Token? So let's check that out.
Incorporating jazz chords into a Sleep Token song in F minor, starting with F minor and transitioning to B minor, can bring an interesting flavor to the music.
Let's take a listen to what it came up with. And if you guys are wondering, I'm using Easy Keys right now. It has a cool little feature here where you could just add these things in. I'm gonna mess around and really dig into theory by just playing around with this at some point. My mind is blown. As an assist tool, ChatGPT might be the next best thing to having more band members. Or it might be equivalent to just taking 5 years of college when you could just type in what it is that you want or how to take what you're doing to the next level and just lay it out there in a few words. Honestly, mind-boggling to me. All right, I'm gonna sing this exact same thing that I did before on the intro, but now I'm gonna do it over this keyboard part, and let's see what happens.
Beneath the starlit sky, I am drawn away. Crashing, a symphony at play, lost in the depths, immersed in blue, discovering truths that were once askew.
Do you guys really think that eating peanut butter would have made a difference and made me sound more like this? I mean, if you really think that at this point in the video, I need you to go put that in the comments right now. Now, let's take it from that intro that we did before to the verse. But if we're gonna do that, it has to be heavy. I mean, they don't always do things that are heavy, but it's JST, and we're gonna make sure that it's heavy. It's gonna get lower, lower, lower.
Lower. A lot lower. Too low!
And straight up, I don't need ChatGPT for this part because I know how to do this on my own, and I don't got a 7-string, so I'm gonna use Odin guitars because it's fire. It does the job, especially for this stuff that's just riding on a single note most of the time. That's what Sleep Token does. And Sleep Token, they'll confuse you because they'll ride on a note so long that you'll think that things are in a different time signature, but it's really just because they're going over the beat and then like playing another part, but it's actually 4/4. We're gonna do something something just like that right now. And when you're dealing with MIDI guitars, one thing that you're gonna wanna do is take that guitar, duplicate it, pitch it down a full octave, because watch and see how much heavier it starts to sound. It gives you a lot of that missing sub information, and I actually need some more sub information right now. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, and that like button if you're loving the video so far, because my transition game, whether I'm in a cloak or I'm just here being woke, is still crazy. Once again, these are like the basic drums that I did. They're not like the ones that the Sleep Token drummer does, because it's not crazy. That dude is like drummer at the wrong gig, just like always wilding out, and we're gonna get there, but I need to at least put something basic down for me to listen to before I get in that mindset. All right, so you guys kind of see where I'm going with this right now? Yeah, let's go dig into the DAW a little bit deeper, and let's switch these drums up to give them the flair that Sleep Token has on drums, and then we're gonna start putting this thing together. All right, so for this, we're gonna be using DrumForge. Typically when I start with DrumForge, I always kind of start with this preset and work off of it. I just like it, the Guilty as Pleasure one, because it gives me a good like cymbal bass. Cymbals are way too loud. We're going to turn those down, and then we're going to bring in some drum shots. The person that produced Sleep Token, his name is George Lever, and he has some drum shots that we can add to make this sound pretty awesome. So let's go through here. That right there is the loathe kick, so you know, close enough for my taste. And now we're gonna, let's listen to that kick. All right, we're gonna turn down this D6. But let's add some overhead and room to make it feel like more realistic, because it's a one shot, you know. All right, cool. And now let's mess around with a snare. Low snare ambience. I'm going to turn down this 57 on the main snare. So I'm going to add some overhead, some bottom. And then I would probably add like JST clip and that's what drums would be. So I guess now you're gonna hear all the lyrics sang out, you're gonna see how we put this thing together, and I hope you guys have an awesome time, because I had a lot of fun writing this. I don't know exactly what you guys are gonna wanna see next, but drop it in the comments below, and we'll definitely get to it next time. Oh yeah, but that performance, let's kill it.
rushing, a symphony at play, lost in the depths, immersed in blue, discovering truths that once is new. In a hidden cave where secrets lie, a soul seeks solace inside. Oh, and through these ancient walls, darkness descends, the ocean calls, it's calling me.
So I don't know how you're all feeling about that. Felt like Sleep Token to me, in my heart of hearts, you know. It was wonderful being able to be a servant to Vessel, because Vessel serves sleep, but who serves Vessel? No one, until now. And I think I'm gonna coin the moniker Woke Token. That's just what I'm gonna go by when this track comes out. I think I'm actually gonna put this one out on JST this time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So anyone has any other questions, leave it in the comments below and I'll chat with you fine people like I always do.